Okay, so today we're going to be talking about these things called parallelograms. So, to start, we have to know what is a parallelogram. Well, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. And parallel means, think about like railroad tracks. These little arrows just showing them that they're going the same kind of direction, same angle apart at every single point on that line. Okay, they're never going to touch, they're never going to intersect, even if they keep going on forever. So they take a look at example 1 and ask, is this quadrilateral a parallelogram? Well, we can see that these two sides are parallel because if we extended these on and on and on forever and ever and ever, these would never touch. But if I extend these lines on and on forever and ever, eventually they are going to intersect. So because these lines would eventually touch, they're not parallel. So this is not a parallelogram because the opposite sides are not parallel. All right, let's take a look at our next one. Now, we've talked about different things, including how do we rearrange things the past couple days, decomposition and composition. And this one's interesting because there is a way that we can rearrange this to make it a shape that we know. So, if I come through here and I cut off this triangle right here, I'm trying to make my line as straight as possible. That triangle there is a 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangle. So if I cut that off, I'm left with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3. And then it goes down. Let me redo that line. That line was not right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is what my shape would look like if I cut off the triangle. So let's highlight this so you can see this a little bit. So this is the original blue piece. And I said that we wanted to take this guy and we're going to move him. I'm going to move that triangle to be here. So I'm going to move him up like this. Oh, wrong color. Uh-oh, I just realized I didn't make this line go far enough. All right, time out. We're going to redraw this again. See, I think my line just wanted to go that far the whole time. Okay, color in this blue. Now we got the right shape. So, word of caution, make sure you double check when you're counting your squares because I did not count enough the first time. So now we're going to add my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangle, which is in orange. And what you can see is that now I have either square or rectangle. I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a square. Okay. So when I moved that triangle piece, I moved it to here. I get this square. So they ask us now to find the area of this rectangle. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This whole side is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This whole side is 6. We know area of a square is length times width. So we're going to say area equals 6 times 6. Area equals 36. I'm talking about little squares, so square units. So I come down here. Does the parallelogram and the rectangle have the same area? Explain your reasoning. Yes, they do. Because the amount I had didn't change. I just moved it. Yeah, so of course the area is the same of these. They're really just the same shape, except we cut off a triangle on one and moved it. Okay, let's keep on going. All right, so for this one, they say find the area of the parallelogram, show your reasoning. It's the same thing, and they even have this little guy dashed there. So I'm just going to move him over here. Just kind of ignore him and pretend like he wasn't even there. Nothing happened. Actually, I can even take the white and kind of make it go away. Look, it's a perfect rectangle. There's never an extra little piece there. Make him blue so he matches. There we go. All right, so I know area equals length times width. So area equals my length is 6. And, okay, and I can think what my width was. Now, this 3 and 2 inches was talking about the diagonal, but I don't need the diagonal. My area formula calls for length times width, which goes straight up and down. So my width is 3. So this 3 and 2/10 is not needed. So area equals 18 square inches. All right, scroll down and let's do this last one here. Find the area of the rectangle. Oh, and we've got some fraction review. So area of a rectangle equals length times width. Area equals 6/4 times 3/2. Okay, and for those of you who haven't looked at fraction multiplication in a while, when we're doing this, we're just going to multiply our numerators and multiply our denominators. So what's 6 times 3? Well, it looks like that's going to give me 18. What's 4 times 2? That's going to give me 8. Now, I know I can write an equivalent fraction to this, something that's equal, by simplifying it. So I need to think, is there a number that can go into both 8 and can go into both 18? The answer is 2. 18 can be divided by 2 and it gives me 9. 8 can be divided by 2 and it gives me 4. So 18/8 or 9/4 are both correct answers. Or you can make it a mixed fraction and you can think, how many times does 4 go into 9? The answer is 2. And if I do that, I end up with 4 times 2 is 8. So I'm left with 1 left over. So 2¼ inches, or square inches. All right, there we go, guys. That is all for today.